Welcome to Jeep Beach News and Views, a podcast about everything Jeep Beach in Daytona Beach, Florida. Here are your hosts, Charlene and Kurt from JBR.
Hey, y'all.
And,
I beat you on that
You
one.
did beat me on that one.
Well, that was
not
unusual.
Yeah, that was not in unison.
Welcome to Jeep Beach News and Views.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. We're
Guess
happy
what?
to be here. We have lots of news and views. Kurt, I don't know. I need to open my laptop real quick and tell you guys what the official countdown is as of the recording of this podcast, y'all. And it is coming up way fast.
It is coming
Oh,
up.
yeah. Yeah. As of this recording, 78 days, 9 hours, 31 minutes, and 10 seconds, you guys. We are coming at you guys. It is here. Holy moly, Jeep Beach Nation. It's Jeep Beach time.
It is Jeep Beach time.
We fall under 100, I start sweating. We fall under 80, and I'm like, oh, my God, we're here. It's here. It's here.
Yep.
Because 78 days isn't a lot, too.
It's not.
Wait till we
A
get
lot
to
of
under
days.
50.
Oh, don't stress me out, Mr. Producer Rob. That would not be good right
Quit,
now.
Rob. Quit.
I am excited, and this is how I put it, Rob, to Kurt over the weekend, because we've already gotten through the Rolex 24. It's come and gone. January is over practically, right? 2 days left, maybe, right? 3 days left. Anyway, I said to Kurt at the Rolex weekend, I said, you know, when January hits, you see a snowball starting to form, right? Yeah, well, by the time you get to the Rolex weekend, it's a full-blown avalanche until May.
Yes.
Full-blown avalanche coming at us at 200 miles an hour.
Well, the 500's in a couple
2
weeks.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super Bowl.
Crazy.
That's also the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl
Yeah.
weekend kicks off. Speed Weeks kicks off the same weekend as Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Wow.
And then
Yep.
the 500 is the following weekend, which is...
And you know what's so cool about the 500
guess
this
what?
year?
It's what?
Guess who's racing in the big race?
Daniel Dye,
Yes,
your
he
Jeep
is.
Beach driver, race to stop suicide. Daniel Dye, and then Xfinity car this year. That's going to be exciting.
It's gonna be
Super
a
exciting.
great.
Who's he?
time.
What team's he racing for?
Kurt, I knew
Come
you
on,
were going to
Kurt.
ask me that.
We-
I
I gotta
can't
let
pull
him
that
come
out. We'll have to report
No.
back.
I'll Google.
But it's still race to stop suicide.
Yes.
Colleague racing.
Colleague racing.
Colleague racing.
Okay.
Y'all, I
I
should
always
know
have to
that.
make sure I say it right, but yeah, colleague racing.
So, anyway, super excited for all of that coming up. But guess what else is exciting about Super Bowl weekend and the kickoff of Speed Weeks? Guess what else it is, Kurt?
It's your birthday month.
Yes! Coming Saturday to a month near you.
Yes.
Charlene's birthday month, and we talk about this every year, y'all.
Yep. Unfortunately, I'm the only one who enjoys the birthday month.
Now
Oh,
remember.
Rob gets to enjoy it too.
Well, mine is actually Friday, 31st.
You're January
That's right.
31st.
Yep, January 31. Now, I was just you had mentioned, Kurt, before that you bury your money in the backyard. So
Yes.
you got to find out where that's at for the month of February and start
Yes,
digging.
I do. It's
Well,
I have to do it when she's not home because I buried it in the backyard on purpose.
Well, one of our we have a guest pirate and a guest mermaid today.
All right. Yes, we
And
do.
I am
And,
so excited.
wait a minute,
right
wait a minute.
on, because, and you know, pirates and mermaids, you guys, you have to listen on Fridays at 5 o'clock to the Charlene and Kurt Pirate and Mermaid Happy Hour. So they've joined us for our podcast today. And it is none other than Matt and Kylee Cavanaugh. How are you guys?
Doing well. How are you?
We're good.
we need a hey y'all.
Hey, y'all.
There
See how
you
good.
go. Look
And
at
we
that.
also have Happy Hefe in the studio
So-
with us today.
So you said we had another pirate, another mermaid.
I have
and
two mermaids today
and a-
because actually junior director Harper, who
Oh, yeah.
helps mom and dad. Harper, stand up.
Stand
Are
up,
you over
Harper.
there? Harper's in here with us.
It was early to release today.
So-
She did not cut school
Yeah,
for the podcast.
she did not cut school.
She got out
Say
early
hey.
today.
Say hey to everybody. Hey, G
Hi.
Beach.
Say hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
There you go.
All right. So junior director, you guys, we're
Yeah.
raising them up. So
That's
when we
right.
all tired,
And then
we
the-
got somebody to carry us
Does that
and
make
carry
happy?
on.
Does that make happy Hefe my scallywag? I mean, I was just wondering.
tell you what.
I just ask. I just ask.
Why you got to go there, Happy Hefe?
He doesn't love me anymore.
He
I
loves
do.
you all the kinds.
I love you with all I have up here.
Happy Hefe, I don't think he's too happy today.
Why?
Well, hey, Jeff, I think we can probably tell him why you're in town here. Right?
Picking up the Jeep finally.
Oh, yes,
but
yes.
that means you stroking a big check today.
Yeah.
Putting a new motor.
Unfortunately, Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to put a new motor in the Jeep.
Well,
That's not fun.
but the good thing about it is now he has the peace of mind
that there's a new
that he
motor.
can new motor in it. He can
And
send
do
his
we
daughter down
have
the
Daytona
road.
Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram to thank for the new motor?
Dodge Daytona Garage.
Oh,
Yes.
Daytona's Garage over
Actually,
at Daytona Dodge Chrysler
We
Jeep
have
Ram.
two of
so.
our sponsors to thank on that. O'Reilly's
Yep. O'Reilly's helped
gave
me
us a
out
really good
hugely.
deal on the motor, and then Daytona's Garage installed it and got everything put in there. So
Well, you guys, network is strong, and we thank all
Yes,
of our
thank you very much,
partners.
everyone.
Yes, thank all of our partners for that. So I'm sorry you have to. I understand that free money just comes and goes. Doesn't it?
Kurt loaned me the.
He
dug-
let you in my backyard.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was
Okay,
digging a hole
well, I was
back
getting
there.
ready to talk about our backyard because Matt over here, he knows that's not true because he's worked in my yard before.
yeah, but he's been more on the roof side of the yard. He hasn't
Here
really been
lately.
digging in the yard. So there's still a few out there. There's
and the
one.
roof being the grass.
Yeah, there's one buried underneath my dead tortoise
Oh,
that
Lord.
nobody wants to go to. So I know that one's safe.
Y'all, I can't with him.
Yeah.
Scallywag.
But I will dig up my dead tortoise one day because
Y'all,
now
low heat.
the
That's
shell
low
is
heat.
going to be amazing.
I
Yeah.
accidentally was the cause of death to low
Yes,
heat.
100%.
I did
you
not-
Was
were.
it a large?
She was big. She's a big girl. She was an African spur-thighed tortoise. This
Yeah.
was years ago, y'all.
Okay.
Right when we first
Years
moved
ago,
here.
and we got one of those cold snaps similar to what we've been experiencing this winter,
I hear
right?
they're good eating.
Yeah, well,
Rob,
probably would have been.
Way too far.
Well, no, it's not because like when we had
no,
chickens,
just don't
no,
stop. Just stop.
no,
Just stop.
no,
Just stop. We're
no.
making a lot of people not happy right now. Just stop.
Turtle
So
soup.
anyway, what happened was it got really cold, and I was worried that she was going to get in the bottom of her burrow. She came out during the day to sun and gather the sun rays, right? Which makes
Yep.
sense. Well, before she went back in her burrow, I was afraid she was going to get too cold, so I brought her inside. That was a terrible mistake. I made her very sick, and she did not survive her sickness. The vet said that they burrow that far down so they can escape the cold. Well, me being the
And so-
worry ward, anyway, I was the cause
And
of
Rob,
that.
she was dead about 4 days before my wife believed me when I told her. I said, Charlene,
I was like, she's hibernating.
she's
Fine.
hibernating. I said, no, she ain't hibernating. She's dead. And
And
she
I
goes,
was like, no, she's not. Y'all, I cried and cried and cried and cried and cried.
so that
So anyway.
burrow she had, I just opened
was
it
her
up,
grave.
put it in there, covered it back up. So
So I felt bad. I did. I cried for days because I was the one that was the cause of death because I should have just let her do turtle things.
You were just trying to be a good mom.
I was
was.
just trying to thank you, Kylie. I was just trying to be
Well,
a good turtle mom.
the reason
tortoise
we don't
mama.
have any other pets is tell them about your floppy ear bunny.
Oh Lord, y'all, we're not going down that road.
Now I hear they're good eating too.
Public service. Stop it, Rob. Public service announcement: do not feed your Angora bunny corn. They don't digest it.
You're just killing animals.
I'll
left and
leave
right.
it at that. The pet store was to blame for that. They said, "Oh yeah, your bunny will love this." Wrong. Anyway.
But okay, so
All right, so we have Kylie and Matt Cavan here today with us, you guys. And today we are excited to announce what's opening, you guys, or should be open now. I'm going to go to the website.
It's going to be the Sound Showdown and the Show and Shine for Wednesday nights, Neon Nights.
Woohoo! Neon Night Sound Showdown, you guys. A whole new version of the Sound and Light competition at Jeep Beach.
no lights, sound.
And that's what I'm saying, a whole new version of. So, and that's why it's called the Jeep Beach Sound Showdown, right?
Right.
Super stoked about this. During same night, so it's on Wednesday night during our Neon Nights event that's right out front of the Speedway. Super huge night. Matt, Kylie, we got stories to tell, don't we?
Happy Hefe. I'm gonna wear a mullet that night.
Oh my goodness.
We got
As long as
stories
it's
to
neon
tell.
pink.
Yes.
I
With my
will let you guys tell the
shirt.
story as to why you said Mama Shaw. Let us take this on for you, because what was I doing last year on that Wednesday night?
I'm running around like a chicken with a head cut off.
Yes, Lord.
So a little backstory, Kylie and I, we've been in the Jeep scene for 6-7 years now. We've always been a part of Jeep Beach, and always look out how we can help Kurt and Charlene and the whole organization to run smoother. Started as volunteers and been vendors, participants, the whole nine.
You've done every angle of it.
Yeah, every angle of it. So, we really wanted to step up to the challenge with Wednesday night. It's the biggest night. It's the most fun. The Friday and Saturday is amazing. It's the best part of Jeep Beach. But to us, the sound and light was the best. So now we're making it even better. We're making some drastic changes to make everything run so much smoother. And then just make it more enjoyable for all the participants. And really,
for our vendors and for
Right.
everyone that's in the event for that evening. Because
And for me.
well, that was the number one rule, is to
Right.
make it easier for you, for sure.
Right, no more pulling up to load in for the show and shine, and Charlene's running around with her head cut off because everything's going wild. So we've really stepped up to the challenge here, and we want to refocus on the night that every Jeep enthusiast looks forward to. We work all year long to really build the most unique rig possible. So we want to make sure everybody has that opportunity to showcase it. So you got to make sure you register. There's no, I signed up for sound and show and shine. It's either or.
One or the other.
They run simultaneously with each other, so you can't actually be in the show and shine and the sound competition. You pick one, and that's where you're going to be at.
Right.
Okay, y'all, we're going to highlight that one more time. You cannot do, Jeep Beach Nation, the Sound Showdown and the show and shine. You have to do the Sound Showdown or the show and shine. So you decide, where will your Jeep be showcased on Wednesday night? And there's only 300 show and shine vehicles and only 100 sound, right?
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
We can take up to 100 sound and up to 300 show and shine. Show and shine sells out every year. We typically get a little bit of the standoffish for some people on the sound, but that's changing too, because now it is friendly to everyone. And I love this. So we're going to talk about that and give the highlights today. So let's run through the show and shine. We don't have to give all the details and specs, but how many categories? Is it 5 categories in the show and shine?
I believe so. I think we have Best Wrangler. We have the Most Dirtiest, which has always been...
Because that's always fun, because people are coming from Cracker Ranch and the off-road experience, and it's always fun to see who gets dirtiest out there.
Absolutely. We also are going to have a Classics category, so our classic Jeeps are going to have their own
Right.
Area
Yeah,
basically in the show and shine, so that way they're all together. Everybody can look at them in one place, because if they're placed miscellaneously
and through the JKJL
they
land,
get lost in that land. So we try to keep them all together, so that way they're judged accordingly.
I love that.
And the biggest part about the show and shine is, everybody in Jeep Beach Nation needs to vote, because without your votes, there's no true judgment. So as you're walking around looking at it, make sure you scan the QR code and vote for what you like best.
And it's that easy, Jeep Beach Nation, to vote. When you're here for Show and Shine Neon Nights Night, which is that Wednesday, April
23rd.
23rd. Thank you, April 23rd, the night that their lives change forever. Hopefully they stay married, y'all. They can do it. If Kurt and I can do it, I know they can. So Wednesday, April 23rd, the show and shine and the sound night. But the show and shine, it's literally, while they're walking through, there's QR codes. You scan the QR code and you'll get to vote. And it's a very easy voting platform.
Quick
so
and
you
painless.
got to vote.
Yeah,
So, quick question on that. Is
Yes.
it one vote per scan, per phone number, or can you just, or do we know on that part? Because I do have people that ask, can you vote multiple times, or is it just one vote per
They should be
vehicle.
able to vote for each category. That is TBD. Why are you asking details like that right now?
Yeah, I was going to say, we haven't designated on the
Well,
QR
I
code
just
side
want to
of
make,
it.
because I will get asked that question, and I'm like,
And you'll know on Wednesday
Yes.
night. So
we still
we're
have 78 days to figure that out. right?
Actually, 70 something because
70, yeah.
78 is actually 80 something to that Wednesday night. Whew.
Yep.
We're back above
Little
80.
extra.
All right. We got a couple extra days.
We're back above 80 for that night.
Got some wiggle room still.
yep.
But anyway, so Show and Shine, you guys, is going to be a lot of fun. You have to be a registered Jeep Beach Jeep. In other words, you cannot be a spectator. You have to have your $100 registration in order to register for the Show and Shine or the Sound Showdown. So don't forget that, you guys. You got to support us, and it's not supporting us, it's supporting our charities. I mean, yes, we are the charity, but that's what helps us generate dollars to give back to the community. So if you're spectating, we love you guys to also come, but you cannot enter the Show and Shine or the Sound Showdown. Y'all know that's a mouthful right there. Let me
For
tell you
real.
something. That is a lot of S's. I will not lie. So anyway, get registered. So register and you'll see the add-on button.
Right.
It's that easy.
And it won't let you choose both. You either choose one or you choose the other. You can't accidentally choose Show and Shine and you meant to choose this. It's literally you click one or the other. There's no both in the same category and pick which you want to do.
Very good. All right. So that leads us to the whole new platform. And y'all, when I say whole new platform of the Sound Showdown, and again, we're escalating this to a new level where it is so user friendly and so simplified, but there is no more light competition. So don't start emailing in going, well, I can't register for the Jeep, the light competition, because there is none. And the biggest reason to that was it was daytime.
It was bright as day
Right,
when you're
right.
trying to judge lights, and it does not work at
So
all
there
for
you
us.
go.
So it goes back to being meaningful and not, just putting something there just because.
For the sake of.
Right.
Right.
Your Show and Shine can display your light display at the same time.
Correct.
So if you're wanting to show off your Jeep and you don't have a sound audio build, put yourself in the Show and Shine.
There you
can
go.
show your lights off that way, and that can be part of the reasonings why
You would
win.
potentially win the Show and Shine. I
Rob,
love
we
that
gonna put
idea.
yours in the Show and Shine?
Yeah.
The rattle bucket,
That
the
rattle
Red
bucket
Sox,
and the Show-
the Red Sox rattle bucket.
I
would-
think so.
It does start with an S, but no, not that one.
And hey, listen, we'll tape 2 flashlights hanging straight down from the bottom. That'd be your rock lights.
you
There you
just
go.
get those the puck lights and just push them on. And
Right?
put 'em-
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. We're
There you
on to
go.
something for you, Rob.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll put a disco ball under the middle and spin it.
And spin it, let it go.
Oh yeah,
All
you'll
right.
be good to go, Rob. All right.
All right.
Okay, so
But now the showdown. So no more glow, but lots of sound and user-friendly sound. So we're just going to let you guys, if you'll give us a highlight, all of this information will be emailed, correct?
Yes.
So don't panic if you don't retain it all. And they can email what? Let's say this multiple times through the podcast. What is your email?
You can email either matt.cavanaugh@gbeach.com or info@gbeach.com.
Okay, info at Jeep Beach. Let's do that. Info at jeepbeach.com. They're going to forward that information, that email straight to Matt and Kylee, and they can give you they can answer all the questions, you guys. All the questions.
Info@gbeach.com works for everything.
Everything.
Because
Everything.
it goes right to it, and then the person monitoring that will go ahead and
yep,
send it to where it needs
send
to go.
it to where it needs to happen to be. Whose hands it needs to be in. All right.
God bless
so,
that dude.
Yes. Yes. And y'all, he's getting some doozies right now. We have to bring info at Jeep Beach in and just have a podcast.
He does not want to come on at all.
No, he doesn't. But y'all, some of the emails he gets, and y'all, all I can say is, Jeep Beach Nation, you smarter than some of these emails. I know you are. But anyway, all right. Go on to the sound stuff. So, what are our new categories? And let's talk about that.
So we are going to have the novice class, the modded class, extreme class, and vendor class.
All right, and now we're going to break down, just highlight the breakdown of what each class is. So for me, y'all, here's the funny thing about this. We have all these 10,000 text threads, and I always forget subwoofer.
The boomers.
So they're the boomers in the back. You know the boomers.
How many boomers are in the back?
I don't have lots. I have one boomer, and it came from the factory.
Me too.
We can fix that for you, Char. It's all right.
Okay.
No, you have one boomer. It's not factory.
It's not factory. He did
Okay.
upgrade my boomer, but anyway.
Yeah.
All right, go.
All right, so we really want to streamline this to make it friendly for everybody, and kind of we wanted to level the playing field, right? So every year in the past, we have God love our vendors, but they have the baddest of the bad. They can do whatever they want. They have all the access they can. So we wanted to really focus on supporting the people that support us, right? So this year we added the novice category, which this class includes any non-wall build. That means you can still see out your back window. You don't have a giant box, in the back blocking your view. Sorry.
That would be me.
But it can't be a box of t-shirts, Charlie. It's got
Oh, okay. Got it.
And so with the novice style class, that basically is any bolt-on products without modifications to the Jeep, meaning like any sound bar that comes straight from, any of the dealers, or just plug and play kind of style, not fully changing anything, right? So,
which you guys, the judges this year, will know. We are not bringing Iasca back, and
Right.
I'm just going to let everybody know that. I'm happy. I'm the bearer of the bad news. They're the bearer of the fun news. No more Iasca. That's not the right. I love what they do, and we appreciate what
Right,
they
but
have
it's not-
done
it's
over
not
the
the
years.
concept.
But that's not the concept. You guys, Jeep Beach Nation, just want to show off your stuff,
Right,
and if you want to judge your, the Iasca style judging, that's a whole different day.
right, those
That's
are
not
sanctioned events, that they
Correct.
people build specifically for that and travel around the country going to those events to get
correct.
their points.
We
Kinda like
just a
racing.
Jeep show, and we just want to see how loud it can be, right?
So then following that, we've got the modded class. So this class includes any wall style build where Charlene, sorry, a t-shirt box will not work for this. This class is for wall style builds with factory components contained, meaning by factory components, you still have all your seats, all your roll bars. You haven't chopped your tailgate open to put something through the tailgate.
Okay.
This is factory build to where you could still go to Randy Dye and trade this Jeep in, and it still be considered a stock Jeep.
Okay, there you
Okay.
go.
So-
There you go.
So that's the modded class. That kind of levels the playing field for, people like ourselves who don't quite have a wall, but we're still pretty loud, So we really wanted to make that clear to where it's not, oh, you have a hard top? Okay, you're all in the same category now because you all
I
have a
love
hard top.
that.
It levels the playing field
Right.
for everyone.
I love that. So, and that's what's important about this is those. I mean, y'all, some of these builds, and God love them. What is the one Jeep I always tell you about? It's like $200,000 build,
Yeah,
and it is ridiculous. It is, but it is crazy ridiculous, not like bad ridiculous. It is the most
It's
unbelievable.
just the amount of time and money these people invest into these vehicles just for this purpose.
And we need to show that off.
Exactly.
So, but for the person that doesn't have that kind of budget, this modded class, you've made some modifications, but you haven't gone
Right, you
to
still
the
have-
next category
Right, you still have
of
your factory
extreme.
stuff.
right, right.
So the next category puts you into the extreme class. This is the class where it's all no rules, as far as what you have done. This class includes any deletion of factory components, seats, the roll bars, all that stuff's been removed, or you've exteriorly added on. So by exteriorly, you have subwoofers mounted underneath your trailer
Boomers.
hitch. You have boomers mounted through your roof, under your roof, over your roof, under the Jeep.
What do you mean over and under your Jeep? That really, people are doing that?
Yeah, there's
Walls
there's
that come off
Jeeps.
the tops of their Jeeps.
Yeah, there's Jeeps out there.
What?
Yeah, we've got a couple of friends that have speakers that are in like the traction bars and the control arms. Speakers that are built into
In the suspension.
into the suspension.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So you could have
Okay.
a booming suspension.
Oh my
I like
God.
it. Booming suspension.
Hey,
There you go.
you know the hydraulic cars that make. That's what I'm envisioning.
Yeah, but here's our
Okay.
problem. Some of these, about the time it got here, it's going.
Whoop.
Yeah, it's going to roll on over. So that would not be good.
Not good
no,
in a Jeep.
No, no.
Right. And so that brings us to the last category, and this is kind of like the near and dear to our heart because we've been in the vendor world, we've been around the country seeing all these different builds, but we really wanted to make a category to where the vendors have their own showcase, right? So all of Kurt's exclusive vendors actually have their own category to compete against each other. They're not competing against Johnny out there who built this from scratch himself. The vendors have
Love
unlimited
that.
access, right? So that gives the vendors their way to kind of like we're gonna have a trophy for them. So like, I'm the vendor
Winner.
for
The vendor winner.
That's kind of tricky to say.
How about champion?
There you go.
All right. If you want to keep it easy, we can just call it champion.
The vendor champion of the Jeep Beach Sound Showdown. That sounds
Exactly.
easier to say.
And it gives them a chance to show off their products. It gives them a chance to have their customers come through their Jeeps and looking at the sound bar that they possibly want to buy on
And
Friday
dream.
and Saturday. Yeah, they get their shopping list
Yes.
done before they even get into the main event.
Right.
Which I absolutely love that idea and the opportunity for these guys to do that, because so many of them are, I just stand in awe of what they're doing. Like I said, and several of them, they all know this is not Charlene's lane. I do not need nor want all of that on my Jeep. But when I say I stand in awe, it truly is amazing what you guys do with sound in a Jeep. It's the craziest thing ever, which was the whole reason we started the Jeep Beach Sound Competition, and for you guys to streamline it where it's so user friendly and people don't have to be intimidated by it. I love that. So Jeep Beach Nation, I'm thanking them on your behalf.
Well, everybody has a chance to win.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
You
There's
can pull
a
yours in
category
there.
for you. If you are into sound, there is a category for you. Y'all, a little comedic break. You see these cinnamon jelly hearts, Charlene's kryptonite, and obviously also Harper's.
Hey.
Don't you be walking away with
Take
their
the bag.
candy.
Put the bag back.
Kryptonite right there.
Boy.
Cinnamon jelly hearts for Valentine's
Good thing
Day.
I like you.
All right. So anyway, you guys, so back to that. Scoring is also going to be
Right.
very streamlined now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So quick overview of the scoring. Again, you guys,
It's 1 through 10.
info@jeepbeach.com. They will email that directly over to the Kavanaughs. They will answer any of your questions. So before you register, do they have to know what category they're in the day they register? See there? So you've got time. You can go ahead and register and then start figuring out where it is, and you guys can help guide that process.
Exactly, yeah.
So
As you're loading in, we have a whole different way of bringing everybody into the track that's to be announced. But as you're loading in, myself or one of my accomplices will put you into the category, because there's going to be some fine lines of, this and that.
There's
and the
gray
other.
areas between
Right.
each
So-
category, so we'll be able to determine with our team and know exactly which category that's going
Perfect.
to give everybody the
Right.
fairest amount of
Perfect.
ability.
Right.
perfect.
And so, like with the scoring part of it, we want to keep that streamlined. You'll have your tonal accuracy, and then we'll check you for your safety to make sure you have fuses in place, proper ground wires, not spaghetti mess under the seat that's just stuffed in with some
Which
zip
I have
ties.
seen.
Yes.
I have seen
Scares
fires,
me to death.
smoke, and everything
You've
else.
seen plenty of Jeeps catch fire at shows that
Yes,
is
ma'am.
completely avoidable if you had the proper wiring done.
Yes,
So-
ma'am.
And so then following that, we'll have system cosmetics, which is basically like, does this fit in the Jeep? Does it belong here, or did we just literally chop this up to stuff it to make it fit?
There
If
you
you
go.
have a plywood box and you're just shoving it in the back of there and it's barely fitting in the back of the Jeep and you can't close the doors on it, we got a problem.
There you go.
I'm not
See?
saying that you can't do that, but you're being scored on that. So is it presentable? Did you just whip this together the night before Jeep Beach to come hang out? That's cool, but you're not going to get the full points.
Points. Yeah.
For it. Right. And then lastly, which is always the topic of discussion, which is the SPL, which is sound pressure level. Mr. Kurt's going to have a nice screen for us, and as you're coming in through the judging area, your score will be put up on the screen. So basically, there's no question about, oh, you wrote my number down wrong. It'll be right there when you're done in your judging lane, and you'll be able to know where you stand.
And when your Apple Watch tells you are in a loud environment,
Yes. That means you're in the right place.
15 minutes of the event.
Yes.
you are in a loud environment, you may want to consider ear protection.
Yes.
Yes.
So, well, you guys, this is so amazing. And again, y'all not only have saved my life, you have saved the sound competition, because it was just getting really, really wonky. And we admit that, Jeep Beach Nation, which is why it's gone through a complete revamp of process and how we're doing it. And so, which is also why Registration has not been open for this yet, but guess what, Jeep Beach Nation? The Jeep Beach Sound Showdown registration is open. But again, you have to remember, you have to be a registered Jeep in order to participate in the Sound Showdown or in the Show and Shine. And to do that, you just go to jeepbeach.com, click on register now. You get your regular registration, and then you can add these two events on. No, you can add one or the other of these events on. So, but they will both be available to purchase when you're building your registration experience. So,
get registered.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are waiting for, right?
Exactly.
You were waiting on us. We do know what you were waiting for. I was trying to be funny there. Wonk, wonk, wonk.
Right.
But guys, thank you so incredibly much. We appreciate y'all. A lot of information to absorb, but the good news is the Jeep Beach Sound Showdown is now open for registration. Any details and information that you want, email. Easiest thing to tell you is email info@jeepbeach.com, and the email team will shoot it straight over to the Kavanaughs, so you will get it directly from the horse's mouth, exactly what you need to do, any questions you have. And if you're on the fence, do I do this or not? Go ahead and email in, and they'll be happy to talk you through. Don't be afraid of it now, in other words. I think a lot of people were deterred because they were afraid that there wasn't a category that they could be properly judged in.
Correct.
And now there is.
Yes.
Correct, and that's the goal. I mean, you all support us. We want to support you. So you work your
1,000,000%.
tails off, building it the way you want it to build. So come represent it. Whether it's the Show and Shine or you simply want to show off your boomers in the back. Just gotta
This
be
night
there.
is all
I
about
love
you.
it when she shows
That's
me
right.
the boomers.
It's all about boomers. This is your night. This is your... Kurt, I heard that. All right, we got to get going, you guys. But info@jeepbeach.com. Go on and register, jeepbeach.com. You don't have to pick your category. You just got to get registered for either the Sound Showdown or the Show and Shine. And remember, there is limited space and availability for both of those events.
Correct.
So don't wait any longer. It's open, and we're going to fill up. So I'm excited.
Quick
You
link.
guys, thank
Yep.
you so much. Jeep Beach Nation, 78 days. We're going to see you.
See you later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
That's a wrap on Jeep Beach News and Views. Be sure to subscribe for future automatic downloads to your favorite podcast player app. Got a comment? Or would you like to be featured on Jeep Beach News and Views? Email us at radio@jeepbeach.com. That's radio@jeepbeach.com. Until next time, keep all four on the ground and your tops down.